Coming up on Cultural Capital, we head into rehearsals for the return of the sweetest show of the year, the annual production by London Children's Ballet. We're waving the flag for the rights of refugees in Thing of the Week, and I review the chilly and very silly new film from Robert Eggers, The Northman. First, hang on to your heart. The London Children's Ballet is gearing up for its first big show since the pandemic, a new dance adaptation of the Canadian classic Anne of Green Gables. We snuck into rehearsals to meet its young stars.
Anne of Green Gables is a really lovely one because it's about this imaginative, bold young girl who goes on quite a journey, and we kind of see her trials and tribulations and how basically she ends up winning over everyone with her kind of charm and wit and boldness. The main thing about LCB is it's this big family unit, and it brings together children from across the country, from all sorts of different life, from all different age groups. So really to get them on that stage at the Peacock Theatre, a West End theatre, is an incredible experience. Most of them might never have been in a show that's longer than maybe half an hour or an hour, but with this they really are getting the full experience of what it's like to be in a company, to what it's like to be in a play or a musical. So it's such a valuable experience of not just dancing but also storytelling, which again is at the heart of LCB.
The atmosphere is like really nice because there's like really kind of people, and it's just fun to like dance here.
It's almost revolutionary kind of. I suppose it's kind of like a feminist story with such a young girl as well, like rebelling. I suppose it was kind of risky in the time it was written, but I think it's really compelling to see that being brought to life on stage.
I mean, if we counted how many steps were in the ballet, there's probably hundreds of thousands, and so many entrances and exits for them to remember. You know, some of them are only 9 years old, so it really is a huge achievement that they remember their steps, their acting, their spacing, their props alone. It's quite something to take on, and they should be very proud of themselves.
In 2016, the first refugee Olympic team was announced, but every nation, even one made up of those exiled from their home countries, needs a flag. It's our Thing of the Week.
As you enter the new Design 1900 to Now gallery at the V&A, you're met by 3 gloriously colourful flags hanging in the atrium. They are the Progress Pride flag by Daniel Cassar, the Refugee Nation flag by Yara Said, and also the European Barcode flag by OMA. The flag in the middle is designed for Refugee Nation. It's very topical as it was designed as a symbol for the first team of refugee athletes competing in the Olympics in Rio in 2016. Said designed the flag to provide the athletes with a symbol to represent them, as they couldn't compete under their own nation's flags. The fluorescent orange and the black stripe that's going across the flag horizontally are inspired by the life jackets that some people wear as they make the perilous journey across the Mediterranean to reach European shores.
Now it's a 60-second film review. You've probably seen it all over the buses, this constipated new movie from Robert Eggers, starring Alexander Skarsgård as the titular Northman and Anya Taylor-Joy doing a great deal with very little. Nicole Kidman, who plays Skarsgård's wife in Big Little Lies, has been demoted to the role of his mother, though she should probably not have been cast at all. It's based very loosely on the Danish myth that inspired Hamlet, and it is both deadeningly po-faced and utterly ridiculous. This is revenge tragedy powered by a myth of motherhood and a lot of magic mushrooms. There are some nice, authentically Old Norse touches, and who doesn't like a cameo from Björk? But the opening voiceover is so overwrought, I got the giggles immediately. And the moment Kidman opens her mouth and emits this sort of all-purpose Nordic hoot, I just fell apart. The Icelandic accent, which I think is what everyone here is attempting, is kind of wild to more southern ears, but at least in Iceland they've all got the same one. There's a lot of bloodshed, a lot of crunching, and a lot of portentous intoning in very unpleasant weather, and it takes a very long time to get to exactly where you expect it to get to. Honestly, it is so silly. For more great things to see and do in the capital, follow Evening Standard on TikTok and ES Culture on Instagram. See you next week.